Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I'll be your friendly Elder Scroll Chronicler, I guess, today, because today we are returning to seeming a channel favorite for now, because we played this every weekend for the last couple of weeks, one way or another. We are playing a fan-made game called the Unofficial Elder Scrolls Role-Playing Game, and we are playing the 3rd edition of that. And we will be playing our session to kick the tires on this game and introduce it to 2 new players in another session set in Skyrim, the northernmost realm of Tamriel, the setting for the Elder Scrolls games. And with me today are the stars of today's session. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing today? First up, we've got Carl.
Hello, I am playing Nizran, who is a red mage. Is that correct?
A red guard.
Red guard. A red guard. He's a mage spellcaster. He has a sort of rapier and dagger fighting style. It's called something.
It's a red guard freebooter is your...
Yeah, etheric ocean freebooter combat style.
Nice.
Yep, so that's what he has. So he can cast spells, fight a little bit, and that's Nizran.
Very nice. And joining him is Darren.
Hello, Darren here. I'm playing Olav Staghelm Stornson, who, for all, looks like a barbarian to me. So he's got his helm with the impressive stag, and he looks ready for action, to be honest.
Very nice. All right, so neither... I know, Carl, you mentioned you haven't played any of the Elder Scrolls games. Have you played any of them, Darren?
No, I haven't played any of them either.
Okay, so then that will give us... I am not going to bury you in lore. One of the things, I had played a little bit of Skyrim and a little bit of Oblivion back in the day. I was not aware of just how deep the lore is in the setting, and it is incredible. But one of the things that we talked about before we went live is that this role-playing game, like the games themselves, it seems like you can enjoy it whether you know everything about the Elder Scrolls games or whether you know fuck all. So let's see if that remains true. So guys, this is Tamriel. This is the setting for the Elder Scrolls games, at least on Nirn, on the planet where all of it is located. I mentioned that you were... Nizran, you were from Redguard. That is actually here in this sandy region over here. The Redguards have spread across Tamriel as well, like a lot of other cultures, but the Redguard are originally from a different continent far off to the east. But our campaign and Olaf's homeland is the northernmost province in Tamriel, Skyrim, which is what you see here. I'm on the big map right now because where we are going to be starting, as you start in the Skyrim video game itself, is in a town called Helgen. Now, the Elder Scrolls games are kind of neat in the sense that they are spread across several hundred years of time. They don't just follow one after the other. They're spread across different times and different locations. And in our campaign, we are taking place in, canonically, the Second Era 733, which is about 150 years after the events of the Elder Scrolls Online video game, and about close to 1,000 years before the events of the Skyrim video game, and about 800 or so before the events of Oblivion. You guys, I'm assuming, well, I guess Falkreath is the hold that has dominance and rules over Helgen, but it's not at this era part of Skyrim proper. It is its own kingdom. There is a massive empire that rules the area to the south, but it is currently involved in about 200 years worth of civil war. It's split between 2 different factions, and Falkreath is it has thrown in with the western faction, the Collodian Highlands. in about 100 or so years, 130 years, there will be a rise of a conqueror known as Tiberius Septim, and he will unify the empire once again and conquer much of Tamriel. But that is far off in the future. Right now, Skyrim is kind of going through a bit of a dark era, in part because... where did I go? Oh, it's a little further down. This is a map of Skyrim that your characters may be familiar with. Olav, you are from here, so you are familiar with the customs and whatnot of people. Nizran, you've come very far from your homeland, and there are all sorts of fortunes that you can find in Skyrim. I'll leave it to you to determine why you've come here. But... Oh, and actually, you know what? We're going to say that you guys are on your way to, or have traveled to, a place called Riverwood. Riverwood is actually in the hold of Whiterun and in Skyrim proper. The reason you've come here, there are different organizations that you can hire onto and who can provide services. There is one organization called the Fighters Guild. The Fighters Guild has been around for... gosh, like about 1,000 years. And what it has an interesting history only in the sense that it originally was intended to sort of defang the nobility. The Imperials came in and they realized when one of the conquerors conquered the empire, they realized that it's probably not a good idea to have all of my rival nobles having standing armies. So they sponsored the creation of something called the Fighters Guild, where people can go and hire mercenaries to do tasks for them. At the time, it was only nobles who could afford that kind of stuff. But in the years since then, they have fallen in. There are all sorts of different mercenaries, from standing armies who could go and do tasks to fledgling adventurers who are hired to clear a basement or something like that. People can register with the Fighters Guild, and then they can rely on the professionals who will do the job for the most part. Traditionally, the Skyrim community has relied on a similar organization called the Companions, but in the recent years, they have fallen to corruption. So as such, it can't really rely on the Skyrim natives, and I'm assuming that you guys have been hired on by someone to undertake a task. The task that you've been hired for relates to a rumor. The rumor came from a hunter in Riverwood who claimed to have stumbled across a cave, which he says has a secret or a door dating back to the time of the ancient Nords. And the reason that's important is because the Nords we're talking thousands of years back, conquerors who came from far to the north, bringing all sorts of treasures, and they insisted on burying people with those treasures. If there are treasures to be found in that barrow, then the person who's hiring you, they would like to split that with you. And what they've proposed is a 33-33-33 split. They'll share the location with you. If you guys go out and deal with whatever is in there, and then they don't lose anything on the investment. If you die, you get the majority share of whatever is found in there. Now, seeing that both of you are flat broke, I'm going to assume that you guys went along with that task and you went out in search of this hole in the ground that this guy, a local hunter, said was leading down into this cave. What the hunter said is there was a natural cave network that seems to have been used by the locals as after the fact as a barrow, because they found bodies buried in there. But he found this giant door that he needed. He didn't dare open, and it had all these runic markings on it that suggest, not runic in the magical sense, runic in the Nordic sense. So that's the job, guys. Go in a hole, find a find a door and plunder whatever is beyond there. What could possibly go wrong with that plan? Mm-hmm. So let me bring you over to our Nordic runes here. The trip into the... Oop, it's taking its sweet time loading. There we go. Let me make sure I've got you guys at the start here. There we go. Oh, I need to delete some stuff here. There we go, and allow me to bring Olaf over here. All right, so Nizran, I think we're going to assume that you are the one carrying the torches for now.
Okay.
You have a special enchantment on your sword, so you can actually have your sword in your hand while you are... Oh, damn it, I said your name and I got the wrong token. I was supposed to come over and grab Olav, and because I said Nizran and I'm a simple creature, I grabbed that instead. You can cast any spells with your sword in your hand.
Okay.
Because it's got the a specific enchantment on it, but you cannot. There we go, Olaf. But you cannot do so with it. Well, you can do so with a torch, but you'll take minus 20 to the roll for distraction. It's a free action to drop it, and we've been saying you can just drop the torch and not worry about losing the light. Mm-hmm. As long as you're not in an area that has a lot of water in it. And what sick DM would put you in a waterlogged area like that, hey? So let me bring you down, guys. This is the really simulating the video game for you guys. You're experiencing a loading screen.
Nice.
So... one thing I did, not the first time we ran this, but last time, is each square is 1 meter, and your reach matters because it determines when you can trigger attacks of opportunity. So, like, if you're wielding a sword and something has a bite attack that doesn't have, like, they have to be right adjacent to you, then you can spend one of your action points to do a attack of opportunity. As you're coming in. So to track that stuff, what we did last time, both of you guys have a 1 meter range. I put a little, let me bring you guys over here first. I gave you each gave each of the PCs an aura, and that seemed to be helpful. Let me shift ping to bring you guys over. There you go. And let me send these guys to the nether realm of the GM's lair. Whoosh. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what you guys found, let me first should give you a quick idea of what you were traveling through. And if I had last time someone scurrilously accused me of just running every single adventure as if it was set in the foothills of Alberta. And you will see whether or not this stands up. So the mountains around Riverwood. Here's what you guys have traveled through in order to reach this. You could hear the howls of wolves. You found the tracks of trolls. You found abandoned campsites, but after about a day or so of travel, you were able to locate the collapsed entrance into this barrow. Now, let me put the auras on for you guys, and you tell me if they are too distracting or if it will be helpful for determining. So, let's see here. For Olav, your longswords have a reach of 2 meters, right? That's why. So you can see that, right? Is that too distracting?
Yeah.
Or
no, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah. And let me set this up. And it should... Oops, wrong thing. Carl, can you see Olaf's aura or not?
I lost my Windows. I feel like I need to... I apologize. I need to restart my computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
like
yeah.
I can hear you, but I lost all my, browser windows.
Oh, okay. Do you want to just try and restart in the browser, or...
No, I can't even see, where to ping them. So
oh, yeah. Go ahead and restart. We'll be here for you.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. I'll set that up. I'll set up Nizran's in the interim, and you tell me if you can see his or not. Because what I was hoping for is to not have both of them overlapping, so you guys can only see just yours.
Yeah. Because you can't change the color or anything, can you?
Can. Yeah.
You can. You should be able to change the color.
I can change it. I can't change the opacity, but if I set it to being that you can only see
I can see purple, yeah.
Can you see Nizran's?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me do... Oh, you know why? I think I know why. Let me make one adjustment here. I think... Yes. So let's just give this to Carl, to George, and to Carl, because they've played that. There. Is that gone now?
Yeah, it's gone, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So while Carl is restarting, I think I'm going to start causing some trouble for you. So the wizard is up top, saying is it clear? So let's get some dice rolling here. Why don't you give us an awareness check, please?
Awareness. And
awareness, if you remember, it's -10. So we're going to treat your dice roll as 10 less if you are untrained in it. But I can't remember if Olaf is trained in it.
Can't even see.
Oh, notice, observe, not observe is not awareness.
It's observe, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's a novice.
So, novice means no modifier one way or the other.
Okay.
So how does that compare to your perception stat?
That is not good.
So then let's talk about, you can obviously leave that as is, your luck. So luck is a mechanic. You have, you get the points at the start of each turn. You can use the luck to re-roll a failed roll. You can add a degree of success to a successful test, or you can spend it to modify the narrative. If you are out of luck points, you start with 4 points. If you're out, you can also burn luck, and you can do more things with burned luck than you can typically. Burning luck reduces your luck stat. So, as far as you could tell, there was nothing down there. So perhaps as you climb down in the hole, it wasn't surprising. Maybe it's your helm that's distracting or whatnot. You can hear some nasty chittering from a little further down in the cave. And what comes... There we go. Into the light.
I think he's probably overconfident, a bit complacent.
Yeah.
This place has been sealed up for ages. What's going to be down here?
Is it your axe or is it your sword that you have readied?
I think even though he is a bit overconfident, it's by default be sword and shield.
Okay. So you're down here and you can hear this and you can see that there are some... Let me make sure I've got this clear. There are...
Probably more because of falling rubble and stuff like that. You can just sort of back it away with shit.
Yeah, because these places can be... I mean, they are... It is a testament to the ancient Nords with how sturdy their construction is. But you see the twinkling of eyes deep in there. And what you can see that is going to be chasing out towards you is... Let me see here. Where is... This is also a bit of a rite of passage for anyone going into a Skyrim cave or dungeon. And those are skeevers. Picture a medium-sized dog, or the size of a medium-sized dog, kind of rodent. They are disgusting, disease-filled, and seemingly angry at you. So, the way we roll initiative in this game is, unless there's a surprise, it's 1d6 plus your initiative modifier. So you'll see your initiative is +8, so it is very likely that you will be going before the... Well, actually, I shouldn't say. I can't remember what the skeever's bonus is. So you go ahead and roll that, and then you have a token on the turn order. Just go ahead and add in your initiative, and then we just go in passes for each turn. 14. Very good. Wow. Okay, and where are my skeevers? Here we go. Cave rats. There we go. Cave rats and skeevers. Love them. All right. So, I rolled, let's see here, their initiative bonus is an 8 as well, and I only rolled a 3, so I'm on an 11. So you can enter, can you modify your turn order?
I put the initiative in there. Oh.
Did you enter?
Press enter.
Yeah, I do that all the fucking time.
Okay.
All right, so you are up first. Now, your speed is 13. On your turn, you can choose to spend... so movement doesn't cost you anything. You can move up to your speed without having to spend any actions. You have 3 action points. And you can choose to, as long as someone is within range of your aura, you can attack them with your weapon. If they are closer... then you cannot use it. If certain weapons have ranges like 2 meters, 3 meters, you can attack within either of those. In yours, if they are within 1 meter, they are not going to be able to... you won't be able to use your weapon on them.
That's a sword, yeah?
That's a sword, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So... you can choose to move and attack. You can choose to wait. What you can do as waiting is you bank 1 to use as a reaction, and then you pass. And then we go to the skeevers, and they can choose to use up to one or all of their action points.
Yeah. And what is the speed relate to on sort of squares and stuff on the...
Each square is 1 meter in this dungeon, so you can... And each speed is 1 square. And diagonals are 1.
Okay. And can I hold more than 1 action? Or more than 1 point?
No, because the reason you don't want to do that is you can delay. You can invest action points if X then Y. But the thing is you if the turn passes and you didn't trigger it, you lose that action point. You've delayed a little too much. Doesn't mean you lose all of your action points. It just means you've lost 1 of them.
It's just at the moment they're right on the sort of end of my light, and I can't actually... I can only see the bars, so... Yeah. I'm not sure he would go running into the darkness.
So what you could do is save for a reaction and then just pass. It means that you can spend... Remember, you can spend action points on other targets' turns as reactions or as secondary actions.
Yeah. So is it an actual delay, or is it just reaction if they come into range?
So let me let's go through. So 1 could be to bank for a reaction, in which case you are restricted to only use a reaction. And the other option is to, if X then Y. To be honest, you are going to be able to use your attack in all... likelihood anyway as they move in. These things do not have the reach that your sword does. Okay. Yeah, so the defensive stance is where you are banking 1 action point to take a reaction. The other is to delay your turn. You declare a set of circumstances in which you act. You skip your turn without spending AP, but if those actions don't trigger, you'll lose 1 AP and then you get to your turn again.
Yeah, so I'm basically waiting for them to come into range. I'm assuming they're going to come scuttling out of the darkness into range of my sword, and I'm just going to hit it as soon as it's...
Good chance of that, yeah. So, okay, Carl, we're back?
Yeah, I made it back.
Hell yes. Carl, would you kindly give us a 1d6 roll and add your initiative to that? Shit, fuck. Go. And then when you do so 5, and what's your initiative bonus?
I gotta open my character again.
Oh, I've got them printed here too. Your initiative plus 11.
Wow, okay. So 16.
Okay. Go ahead and enter that in the turn order. Perfect. So, I'm going to put Nizran after the Skeevers for now, and then we'll pick you up next round. You've just dropped down, and Olav has taken his first action. So, you're on defensive stance. Is that right, Olav?
Yep.
All right. So then the Skeevers get their first pass. One of them is going to squeal and come charging forward. So it has a movement of 10. So when it reaches here, gets into here, it is in range, and the range of my claws and teeth are only 1. So you could spend an action point to trigger an attack of opportunity if you like.
Yeah, I'll take a swing at it.
Okay.
As it comes into 2 meters.
So then once we do that, then I make a determination of whether I'm going to defend or not. And this it's going to try and skitter out of the way, so it has to spend an action point for that. Go ahead and make your click on your sword. You're going to want to beat my... Actually, I failed. Nice.
I succeeded, yep.
Well, hold on, 68. So we compare that to your... that's an extraordinarily bad roll for you. A 68, we compare that to your strength.
Oh, it's strength.
Yeah.
All right. What's the percentage on here? 85%.
So the 85%, that's your chance of success. But remember what the dice roll does, because you are, gosh, what is it, expert in your thing? What's your level of training? Adept. It subtracts, the dice roll actually has subtracted 30 from it. All you need to do is look at your Roll20 sheet or look at your stats, and that'll tell you whether you succeed. Because if you hover over it, look, you rolled a 98 on that. That would actually be a critical fail. So would you care to spend it? That means you would suffer potentially a critical hit. Would you like to... I know you wouldn't, because he was evading. He wasn't hitting you. But would you like to spend a point of luck and re-roll that?
Yeah, I think I will.
That's your green bar. No, your green bar is your stamina. The luck is the little yellow dot.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, the dot. Yeah, let me re-roll that.
And then, nice! Okay. Now, because I failed, it doesn't matter. You rolled a 0 as your degrees of success, but it doesn't matter because I failed my evade. You succeeded. Go ahead and roll a second time, and we'll take the better because of your superior longsword. All right, so you did 6 points of damage, and they have they do not have any armor on them. So you also, because they are unarmored, you also get to do with your slashing weapon your strength bonus in damage, so it's plus 5. So that is 11, and because you got an advantage, what I'm going to assume is you're going to spend it on the luck bonus for damage, which is an extra 2. So that is 13 points of damage that you did. What does it look like as you slash this first one as it tries to close in on you?
Yeah, not knowing what it was originally, because it started in the darkness, it'd have been quite low vision with the helmet and the shield up, and it had just took a swing at it and got a lucky hit and just carved it in half. Okay. Literally. So set aside one of your tokens for your first action point, because there are more skeevers coming in. I'll start bringing the swarm in here, just because I want to appreciate as they're coming in. And I still have... So this one's going to get into here. It does appear that there are a couple of them that might get into melee here. Carl, you are encountering what all proud adventurers encounter often as one of their first dungeon creatures, a skeever. So,
I'm moving these in here so you can see where they are. Now, you see the red or the purple circle around you too, Carl?
No, I do not.
On Nizran?
Oh, I do.
Okay, so that is the range or the reach of your saber. I'm assuming you've got your saber or your rapier or whatever it is in one hand. Yep. So the reason that's important is because when they move past Olaf, you might be able to spend tokens to or spend action points to try and do attacks of opportunity. So Olaf, you I believe have 2 other ones left. I'm continuing to move in with this one. Would you like to make another attack of opportunity?
Yeah, I shall just keep.
Okay, remember you are restricted to 2 attacks of opportunity per round. Yep, 2 attacks, forgive me, 2 attacks per round. So go ahead and make your attack roll. Nice! Oh, and I was going to resist as well. I failed, which means once again, go ahead and roll damage a second time for the superior trait. Oof. So it's 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10. Another one. Now there is a third coming in, though.
So I can't attack that one.
Yeah. So you have 1 more action point left. And you may be thinking, well, this sucks. But you can do secondary actions. So things like tripping, like... hold on, what can you do as an attack of opportunity? Oh, nothing. Nothing. So, you can, however, still defend. So, this thing has come chittering in. It is going to spend its last 2 action points to try and do an all-out attack on you, which gives it a plus 20. Yeah! So, would you like to spend an action point to try and resist that? To defend?
No, I'm going to hold off because I can see more of them coming, and I'm worried that they might get through.
Okay.
Attack Nizran.
Well, they probably are, and you wouldn't have anything to do about that because you've already taken your 2 attacks per round.
But I could try and defend him, couldn't I?
Oh, yes, you can, but he needs to be within 1 meter of you.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's not a 1 meter gap. It's got to be next to him.
But
okay.
This is where the secondary actions could come in. Is you could choose on someone else's turn to spend 1 action point to dash. That would allow you to get 1 back. And then you're out of action points, but you could spend a stamina point to gain 1 action point.
Okay, I'll keep one as...
Keep 1 in reserve for now? Okay, then let me make my attack.
I'll stand by.
I have a 60% chance, and that is a hit. So this is, and because you didn't defend, it gets advantage, and... Oh, he has a special ability called Rat Leap, which I got to keep in mind. All right, so this thing has hit you. It is going to do... you are partially armored, so its slashing damage would normally not do any effect, but because of its advantage, I'm going to treat your partial armor as no armor. So that means I can do the extra strength bonus and damage. It may not shock you to learn that a skeever does not have a very high strength bonus. All right, so I did 3 points of damage. What is your armor rating?
4.
Even in spite of hitting an unarmored area, it does not do any damage on you. All right, next, I've got 2 more who can go, and they still... I'm going to have to dash. So, Nizran, you currently have 3 action points. And one of these skeevers hits your reach of your rapier and then is trying to move in. Would you like to spend an action point to try and trigger an attack of opportunity?
Sure. Okay.
So then I am going to try and evade. So then go ahead and click on your rapier. Okay. I did succeed, but I got 0 degrees of success.
Okay. That's a rapier down here.
Yeah. And that is a success. And you rolled 2 degrees of success. So you beat me. So this thing tries to evade it, which means you hit. Go ahead and roll a second time. Because your superior weapon, 5. Nice.
5. Mm-hmm.
And because this thing is unarmored, you get to add your strength bonus of 3 and
8.
And I succeeded, so there's no advantage. So there's not extra stuff on it, but it's 8 points of damage. Look at this, Nisran. Boom. So you slash this thing viciously with your rapier, but unfortunately these things are as tough as you have heard, and I am going to be able to make a attack on you. So would you like to spend an action point to defend?
Yeah.
You can evade, you can parry, you can you don't have, oh, you could block using your ward spell, or you can counterattack and try and hit this thing. Block, you just need to succeed and you will block it. The other ones you need to beat his roll.
I'll counterattack.
Counterattack, love it. Okay, so you're spending another action point.
Okay.
And this is your second attack. I succeeded with 0 degrees of success.
Okay.
And then go ahead and make your rapier attack. How does that compare to your agility?
59 to agility. My agility is 41.
Ooh. Now, would you like to spend a point of luck to re-roll?
Yes.
Okay, so that's your yellow dot. Go ahead and click on it again. Come on. There you go. Now, how many degrees? Oh, it's a tie. Yeah, so because it is a tie, this is one of the rare no results. You both got 0. So you both sort of slash at one another and have to kind of call off your attack at the last second. That is it for the action points for that skeever. My last skeever is going to go in and it is going to try. It's going to do rat leap and try and jump up and bite Olaf's face. So Olaf, do you want to defend?
I'll try and block it with my shield or defend.
Yeah, sounds good. Go ahead and roll your combat style. I failed. And you succeeded. Yeah, you can roll the same thing for it. So, you get your shield in the way. This thing didn't hit, so you just sort of knock it aside. That one has 1 action point left, and it's going to save it for defense. Nizran, it's your turn. You get your 3 action points back, so whatever you're using to track your action points, stack them back up again. And 3 action points. What would you like to do? You can spend... One thing I think maybe when you were gone, I was talking through with Darren. You have to spend at least 1, either by investing it in defensive stance or whatnot, but you can choose to spend 1 and then save other action points for later in the round.
What are the different stances?
There's a defensive stance, which is just basically you invest 1 AP for a reaction, and if it comes to the start of your turn and you don't use it, you lose that AP. But it's a effective way. You can just spend 1 AP to do nothing. The other thing is to delay if X then Y. But in your case, I don't know why you'd want to do that. So you got your rapier in one hand, and you've also got fire bite, where you just hit something with a melee attack with fire.
Okay.
Do either of those sound attractive to you?
I'll try the fire bite.
Sounds good. So fire bite, the decision you make right now, you've got that at 3, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes. So you can cast it for 7 mana to do 1d8 plus 4 damage. Or you can cast it at 2 to do 1d8 damage, or you can cast it for free to do 1d6 damage.
Yeah, I'll do the 1d8.
The 1d8 plus your willpower bonus, or just the flat 1d8?
The flat 1d8.
Flat 1d8. Okay, so that'll cost you
minus
2 mana. Go ahead and roll on destruction, please.
Skill, right?
Yes, it'll be one of the schools of magic. Okay, how does that compare to your willpower?
The 82, it's a fail.
Yeah, so 52. You actually look at the number, because what you rolled minus that is just your base stat. So would you like to luck that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Nice. All right. So then go ahead and roll 1d8 damage. Okay. I'm unfortunately out of action points, so I can't defend whatsoever.
3?
That's 3. Yeah, but 3, here's the thing. It goes right through armor. And what does it look like as you incinerate this thing with your magic?
It just kind of stops and just kind of cooks there like a... rat of enormous size.
Awesome. You have you can move for free up to your speed. Each your speed rating is how many meters you can move. Each square in here is 1 meter. You can move between actions, or you've spent 1 AP so far. You can just pass and save those other 2. What would you like to do?
I think I will move up to here.
Okay.
And attack this other one.
Okay. You could cast another spell. You can use your rapier.
I think I'll use the rapier.
So if you're using your rapier, you want to make sure you're at 2 meters range, because that's the range for it. So you would want to be there.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because
that's attack next.
Okay.
You can't attack next when you're next to it, or it doesn't matter?
No, because the certain weapons have certain ranges, but a sword has a range of 2 meters. You cannot attack at 1 meter.
So you'd have to like attack with your dagger or something.
Yeah, or you can like there's the force maneuver. That's a special action. You can shove them back, and then
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll move up and attack that one then.
Go right ahead. That one does not have any action points left either, so you just need to hit here. Oof. Is that a hit, or is that?
No, 64 is a miss.
You want to lock that?
I'm looking at 64, right? No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so you
still another action, right?
You have 1 more action point. Yeah.
I'll attack again.
Go ahead. You attacked with a. Well, let me check something.
Spell.
Remember, you can do only
counterattacked.
2 attacks per round, and that includes counterattacks and free strikes.
Okay.
But I don't know if a spell counts as an attack. Let me just look that up quickly. Yes, a spell that counts as an attack. So
can I cast another spell? Or?
You could cast another spell, but it would have to be something that is a utility spell.
Oh, okay.
So, but that could be your armor spell.
Right. Yeah, probably cast armor.
Armor. So go ahead and give us an alteration.
Or I could try telekinesis to push it back.
I mean, they are small. Yeah. No, that'll be an attack.
Okay. So I'll cast the armor spell.
Okay, so go ahead and give us an alteration. Remember, if you are out of AP, that means you have nothing to defend yourself with.
Okay, well, I'll trust the armor, I guess.
Okay. So go ahead and give us an alteration roll, please.
Okay. Yep.
54.
Yeah, I got a 9.
Your willpower is a 46, so that is...
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. What am I looking at here? That was your rapier you rolled.
Yeah, alteration is a -1, so it's a 9.
Oh, it -1. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Yes, so that is a success. What does your armor spell look like?
Yeah, I guess it's like it's like a little. I have fire and ice. It's like a nimbus of fire. I think in this case.
So armor
coruscates over his armor.
Oh, this is cool. So armor counts. It costs you 6. You could have that downcast for it to cost 2 and give you 1 armor. But if you overpower. Wait, what is that? Yeah, if you spend the 6 points, you actually get to add your willpower bonus to the armor rating. So that means it would be a 5 in total.
5. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so it'll be 6 mana that cost you, and that lasts for 1 minute.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and that's huge. That's actually better armor than I think or equal to what Olav is wearing. All right, speaking of Olav, what are you doing?
So my armor becomes 6 then? Because it's 5 plus my robes? Or is it 6?
It stacks, yeah.
That stacks, okay.
Okay.
There, I put the little shield with the armor there.
Okay.
So I remember. Okay.
So Olav, you have 3. Your action points will all recover?
So, yeah, can I disengage from these first?
One of them has an AP left, so it might get a free strike, or could spend that to do an action point if it doesn't want to. Could spend it to do a free attack of opportunity. But yeah, you could. Oh wait, does disengage?
Yeah, so it says cannot take attacks of opportunity held or delayed actions.
Oh, great! Yeah. Then if you're spending the AP to do that, then yeah. Let's see here.
As an action point rather than a move.
Yeah. That's actually neat because there's a special action for roll, like standing up. You can stand up for free, but it draws an attack of opportunity unless you spend the arise action. So that's cool that there's a maneuver one that's like that too. Yeah. So go ahead and spend 1 AP to position
I'll
back.
step back.
Yeah.
And then I shall attack the one directly ahead of me.
Go ahead. So that one has... I'll try and evade. I succeeded on a 0. On a 2. Look at that. Nice. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll for superior.
Just in case.
Now, because I succeeded, you don't have advantage, but you do get to add 5. That's 11 points of damage. Another skeever down. 1 more AP.
Yeah, I should just take a swing at the second one there.
Go right ahead. It does not have any AP left.
It's in position. Yep.
That is 45. Yeah, nice. That 85 skill is amazing. Go ahead and roll damage a second time for superior. And you would have advantage on this, so that's 12 points of damage. That is yet another dead skeever. You guys have 4 dead skeevers before you. It seems that you were not the first to come down in here and find a bunch of... try and seek your fortunes. Now, obviously, you guys may not wish to do this, but I will let you know. If you are trained, or whether you're trained or not in survival, on a plus 30 survival test, you can harvest 1 day's rations of rat meat from a skeever. It must be consumed, must be cooked in order to consume it, and consuming it, you have to make an endurance test or you gain a common disease. So you may want to only consume that in the most dire of emergencies. The other thing is you can harvest the rat's tail, which is a common destruction ingredient, which can be used to make certain potions and certain what do you call it? Items and stuff like that. So, but that is not what you came here for.
Yeah, I think I'll just kick the bodies to one side.
Yeah.
Rats get pretty big down here.
Yep, they do.
Yeah. Now, no one was wounded by the skeever, so that means no one has to make a endurance check for disease.
No.
Which is just terrible. Terrible, terrible outcome. But what would you guys like to do next? It seems as if you have discovered this. And what we can maybe do for a round-for-round exploration is you can feel free to move your speed each round and then reposition. I think Nizran is the one who has the torch in his hand.
Yes, I have a speed of 11. Why don't we 11?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let Nizran move and I'll just walk by his side, so I'll just sort of follow him, basically. What's his...
So this does seem like a natural cave, but it does seem like it has been hollowed out, so that there have been others who have kind of increased the structures, and you can see even down here there is graffiti on the wall. And Nizran, you can, I think you were the one, actually both of you guys can give us a I think it's lore. Yeah, give us a lore check, please. And this will be plus 20, which means you can treat the number you rolled as 20 lower before you compare it to your stat. Wow, Nizran. So yeah, Nizran for sure succeeded. What is your intelligence, Olav?
27.
Yeah. So there's scribblings on the wall, but like, who has time for such things? Nizran.
Kid stuff.
This is in the old runic markings of the Nords. Someone was marking something down here. It looks as if it is part of the, perhaps part of the, whatever, members of the clan who laid people to rest here. It says something to the effect of rest easy, so-and-so.
Okay.
Okay. What would you guys like to do next?
You want to go north or east?
There's nothing to... These scribbles don't mean anything, do they?
No.
They aid us in
says...
which direction to go.
Does really appear... Hold on, let me click on your token here and see what you can see, Nizran. I think you can see a pile of something. Yeah, look at that. There's...
Over here, yeah.
Yeah, piles of skeletons over there.
Yeah, let's go. So that we moved. Okay. It's 9, 10. 11. Oh, stop! A big cave.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my 11.
Okay. So what you can see, there are remains over here that seem to have been picked over, and they seem piled, and the way that they are broken, whatever has broken these relatively recent bodies, has an enormous amount of strength. Something has cracked open some of the larger bones to get at that juicy marrow within. And you know for certain that skeevers are not the kind of thing that could have done that.
Wow, okay.
There is also seemingly a pile of stuff as well. If you, if you wish to disturb the dead, you could go in there and root around through it. There may be some things to find in there. I'm not sure. Have you guys discussed... One thing we haven't talked about, do you think you guys have adventured together before, or did you both happen to be hired at the Fighters Guild and you just happen to be adventuring together?
Are we like the equivalent of first level, or have we...
There's no levels in the game, so I think, and your level of competence as far as the game is concerned is about medium. So you guys have done shit and seen things before. Okay, so yeah.
Probably have.
So then, how do you guys feel about looting the dead?
I mean, it's a pile, right? So just piles of stuff that's all jumbled up is not really quite a burial.
Yeah, if it hasn't been buried or it's no longer buried, then I don't think it's...
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you each give us a D100 roll, please? Okay. Let's see what loot you find in here. Okay. Olaf, as you are rooting through there, would you give us a 6D10 roll, please?
6D10.
You find 28 drakes of coins in there. So 28 drakes are like gold coins. Mm-hmm. And would you give us a D100 roll, please?
26.
And there is a tunic that seems to be in relatively good shape that's worth about 30 drakes, 30. These people may have been important people who did this. And for Nisran,
I rolled a 9.
Sadly, nothing of interest in what you found as you're rooting around through it.
Okay.
Okay. What would you guys like to do next?
Do we have like a loot handout, or
I don't care? Yeah, no.
Do you care about?
Let's see here. Loot. Never a bad thing to keep track of loot. Loot is always randomly generated as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So, like, I think that let's keep track of it because you never know what you might find in there. Oh, wrong thing.
If we're part of a larger party, what is that called? So, yeah, drop in, drop out. West marches. We can just put on the general loot table.
Yeah. Okay.
Or divide it up, or just for note.
Let's
tracking.
See. Okay, and as is customary, we are going to use Badonk, the treasure goblin.
Oh, we got a ability to edit it, please.
And hold on. Here we go. All players. There you go.
I'll just put the date and put stuff in there.
Sure.
Darren, and then we can.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, and your spell would come to an end too. This has been more than a minute.
It has. Okay.
You can spend the same amount to maintain it, but like that, you'll exhaust your mana pretty quickly if you do that. True. All right. So, what would you guys like to do?
Right, that makes sense because we're looting. What's today's date? The 2nd.
It is March 2nd, 2024.
And this is Nisran
and Olav. Is
this like a cave or something, or what are we adventures?
I think I've called this the Forester's Cave. This was a forester who found it.
Okay. Cool. You got it so far.
Okay. What would you guys like to do next?
Well, I mean, I don't know if Olaf saw the crunched bones, but we should be wary. There's probably something big in here.
Yep.
Trolls do seem to love finding big caves like this in order to...
Yeah. I'll move over here and kind of peek around this stalagmite.
Okay. This... Oof. The sight isn't quite as disturbing as what the smell is. This is the skeever nest.
Ah.
You can root around in here for it, but it will require an endurance test to avoid getting sick, because those things are rife with disease.
Yeah. Just keep away from them disgusting creatures.
Now, you would get a plus 20 on your endurance test, but, again, if you fail, you might catch a disease. But that also is a proud, long-standing tradition for Skyrim adventurers. Yeah. Adventuring the whole time while you got the trots.
Funny.
You leave it, or do you root through?
I'd like to root through. Hold on, excuse me.
Okay. So then, if he's going to root through, why don't you roll the
what's his runs endurance like?
In his runs? In his run does not have training in it, which means it'll be... Oh, no, it's endurance. So it'll be 44.
Oh,
yours is a 42.
Oh, right.
And actually, he has a 75% resistance to diseases, too. So before he even makes that check, he makes that roll.
Well, I think I'll just take up a defensive position while he's rooting about.
Keep an eye out.
Just in case, yeah.
Yeah, right. Just a reminder, you've got your... as a Nord, you can do a war cry once per long rest as an action.
Yep.
You can force all enemies. Okay, you've already seen that, yeah.
Yeah, saw that one.
Okay,
yeah. Cool.
So, Nizran, why don't you give us a percentile roll, please?
Okay.
You actually are incredibly damage resistant as a Redguard. Or a disease resistant. Oh, no, you got him a roll. Okay. So then... Nizran, would you give us just roll a percentile dice. It's a 64% to resist it.
Okay.
Yes, no problem. And Olav, was it 26 the D100 you rolled, or you haven't rolled a percentile yet?
Yeah, he rolled 26.
What for?
Oh, no, he hasn't rolled.
He hasn't rolled yet. See what we find here.
Disease.
Well, I was going to stay on guard, so...
Oh, yeah, so then, Nizran, give us a percentile roll, please.
Just going to leave it to Nizran.
87.
87, there you go. Whoa. And would you...
So we're rooting around in this area? Or
yeah, you're just rooting around in the nest. Give us another D100 roll, please.
Okay. 37.
37. What you find in there, how the fuck did this get in here? There is an iron ingot that's in there worth 38 drakes. It does have an encumbrance of 3, though. And Nizran's carry rating is 20. You only have an encumbrance of 9 right now, though, so you could easily stick that in your thing.
Put it in my bag.
Yeah, there's an abstracted encumbrance rating in this, or like a simplified encumbrance thing, which I really, really like. And your encumbrance only affects, it doesn't affect your combat capability. It affects, I think, your speed and some of your agility skills. Non-combat agility skills, so I really like that as well. Gives you that slowed down feel that you get from the games, but not the, you're not shit at combat. So, that appears to be all that is of value in here, as far as you can tell. What would you guys like to do next?
You're going to go north?
Yeah. Lead the way. We shall check out the rest of this cave.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. And from the way the air passes, you can tell that this northern route definitely goes a lot further. One thing I will point out as well, the Nords are notorious for trapping their crypts.
Okay, well, I guess we'll be on the lookout for them, but I don't know how we find traps.
There was a Dunmer in town who did seem like a good choice for keeping an eye out for traps and such, and unfortunately, you didn't like the look of her and left her behind.
So
looks like that corridor goes down.
8. So 10. So I'll take a peek around the corner.
Okay. Now you're starting to see signs of actual construction.
Okay.
So
like an old mine or something, or like a...
They could have built a barrow down here. Like the way that they build their barrows, they actually set down proper stones and such. It may be, to conceal it, they may have taken advantage of this natural formation. But from the way that, I guess you haven't made any, I'm assuming you haven't made any noise yet to see how far things echo. But as far as you can tell, there is... this seems like it goes down for quite some distance.
Okay.
And
is there any signs of a large creature trying to get through this gap here?
ooh, that's a good question. Why don't you give us a survival check there, Olaf?
He's untrained. Oof.
You want to luck that, or...
No, he'd just be looking for obvious stuff, so he's not like...
Yes, you're looking
concerned.
around trying to remember, what folks have said. You can't see anything. No. What I can tell you is this right here, that is a natural wall. Oh, no, sorry, that is a constructed wall.
Okay.
The reason that might be important is because there may very well be a barrow there. What would you guys like to do next?
Do you want me to take the lead here? In case there's any trouble.
If you want. That's fine.
We're heading through these sort of tightened...
Right, so you didn't see anything, right?
Gaps. No, not yet. So I'll just...
Yeah, I'll hold the light up as you kind of move through first.
Yeah, I'll just get through to this sort of... where it starts to open up a bit, if you can follow behind so I can see.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Seems like it opens up further out, but I'd watch out for those, whatever those are.
And this is the proper wall as well, and there is some accumulated water. Looks like it opens up on the side here too.
Yeah.
Continue.
So you step past, there is a gap in the wall there.
Something there.
Oh, well, what is that? Guys, is that a chest?
It might be a chest.
It seems undisturbed based on the amount of dust and cobwebs that are on there. Now,
any skills for checking out such a thing?
That would be Legardemain.
Well, I can try to...
Yeah, Nisran, you have...
I try to open... I have open.
Yeah. And the way open works is... Let me tell you here. I think it's...
spell.
It is key to the difficulty. That is an alteration spell, right? No.
Right, yes, it is.
Yeah, is it? Okay. All right, so open... If the extended test threshold to unlock it is spell strength or lower, then it unlocks instantly. So it'll be dependent on how difficult this lock is. So, Nisran, do you want to try use magic?
I'll try to use magic to...
So you will have to be within 1 meter of it in order to use it, but you can try and position yourself against traps if you like.
Like here?
Yeah, stand to the side, yeah.
That 1 meter? 1 meter gives us a gap or not?
Yeah, there you go. Remember. No, 1 meter is adjacent.
Adjacent, okay.
Yeah. Okay, then go ahead and give us a... and actually, with your level open, you can cast that for free without any mana cost.
Okay.
So go ahead and give us a alteration roll. Nice!
24.
The lock pops. And go ahead and give us a percentile roll, please.
Okay. 16.
So you open it up, and in addition to whatever desiccated personal belongings are there, there's probably these dusty rags were once bits of clothing. There are, let's see here. There are 3 chipped and worn drakes that have been set in here. This may very well have been like a worker or something like that. Someone else's,
like a
storage thing for when they were working or whatnot. The value of this is very minimal.
Okay, so just 3 drakes.
3 drakes.
Okay.
And no trap.
Does chipped make a difference?
It just gives it some character.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do next?
I'll just put drakes.
Yeah.
Wow. You should continue further in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So probably just like a worker's footlocker. Do you need some old rags? So
Yeah, if you want to use rags for anything like...
well, they could like augment the torch, right? Use the rags to give some more fuel for the torch.
Yeah, you could. I mean, they would have to be soaked in oil or pitch or whatnot to make it useful. But I mean, you could also use it to set fire, right? Like it would burn for a period of time.
Sure.
So if you stuff that in, you've got more than enough encumbrance.
Yeah.
Okay, now you seem to be getting into the tomb proper. And when you get to there, Olaf, there are 2 things you hear. One is the scratching of stone on stone from somewhere further ahead. The other thing you hear is a voice. And the voice calls, "Let's take our mid-session break."
Wow, okay.
Because we're already at our mid-session break. So we'll take that and we'll come back and see what awaits you in the Forester's Cave. So for those listening at home, we'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Anna Banana is up now. Very sweet. He says hi to everyone. Wishes you luck.
Sure, we won't need it.
It's weird she just said that. I don't know why. The cheek on this dog, I tell you. All right, let me get some stuff ready here. All right, now where is my...
Been reading your notes, probably.
You're gonna do what to them? Oh my goodness. Here we go. Yeah. That's the stuff. Let me see if I... did I do a headshot for these guys? I don't think so.
If you burn luck, how do you get that back, or can't you get it back? You don't.
If you spend your you always start with an amount equal to your bonus. Anytime it's referencing your bonus, it's just referring to the tens digit of your thing. If you burn your luck, though, you're actually chewing through your stat, and you don't get it back.
Yeah.
It's the real kind of
rewarded in any way.
Rules is written, it is not. No, but I mean, like the things you can do to burn luck is really like saving your life kind of stuff. So hopefully that should not happen.
It's really expensive, some of it, and I thought, well, how'd you get it? It's like spend 10 luck. Well, that seems a high amount.
Most definitely, yeah. Okay, let me. Here we go. Okay. And let me go to my thing here. There we go. All right, they have I'm just going to set up the... Did I set up these tokens properly?
Oh, it does say if you haven't got enough luck to do it, you just burn your remaining luck. So they've sort of brought that into it, maybe.
Mm-hmm. All right. Just placing a couple of things here. Because this map is so big, it chugs along at a bit of a slow pace, so I'm loath to preload a bunch of tokens onto it, because it'll just slow things down even more. Which is why I'm taking a moment here to just get some stuff set up. What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay. And not to get too ahead of myself here, but it's been now 2 months this year, and I've yet to erase an initiative tracker. I don't want to brag, but...
Now I'll end up closing character sheets. That's what I should do.
Yeah. It's the routine things. I will do that, and then without fail, someone in a session, if we're using a battle mat, will try and move their token with the ruler. So we often keep track of that as well. All right, guys, I've tried to move something for with my tracker. No one else needs to do that this round. All right, and I'll use this guy here. Okay, so then. Olav, you are taking point here?
So we heard people talking, right?
You heard the sound. No, that was me being facetious. What you heard was someone... you heard the sound of stone on stone moving.
Okay.
Like a doorway? Like a stone doorway?
Tough to tell. Why don't you give us an observe check, please?
Okay.
Yeah, even with it's definitely something stone moving on stone, but you're not sure if that was, a sarcophagus lid, or if it was a barrow lid being slid aside, or a door being ground against the side, or even just like a barrier being slid in place.
Any idea direction or sort of how far away? Or...
With that roll, unfortunately, no.
Okay. Well, I just cautiously lift the shield slightly and start moving forward.
The direction that you were given by the your patron was to keep going forward. It says keep going straight, keep going straight.
Okay.
But you'll see whether... Okay, so stepping up. This seems like a much bigger chamber.
Yep, wow.
Okay. And you can hear...
From up ahead or from...
both sides.
Yep. Well, I said keep going forward, so maybe we should jump across to here and see what we can see and then defend if things come out.
There seems to be an opening just to the right as well, just below me, to the right.
All right, down here. Our patron said keep going forward though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get across here.
Jump across.
In case something does come, we can defend this opening.
Nizran, why don't you give us an observe check too, please?
Okay. I think they call it different in every game. Oh, you're totally 94.
94.
I don't want to say anything. I just want to get across.
You want to get across. You want to get to the thing. All right, which means I don't think you guys hear initially something moving. And there we go. Okay. They're cautiously moving right now. Oh, I think you can see at the edge of your vision there.
Yeah, there's. Can I see it or do I not see it?
You can. You just didn't hear them beforehand. I was seeing if you could situate.
I hear something. There's something at the edge of the light.
Okay.
Down.
And you can spy their baleful eyes as well. Let me show you what we've got. One of the upsides to running this too is because of... It's like running a 40k game too, where there's just like so many unrelated products that have had art done for them. Okay, there's lots of fucking cool illustrations available. And you've heard about these if you haven't seen them before. The Draugr. The Unquiet Dead. And having spied them, would you each give us a willpower check at plus 20, please? This is a combat fear check.
You just roll a D100.
Yeah, D100, and your willpower is 20 higher than it normally is.
Oh. So... Oh, just roll. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, just roll
D100 and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out from there.
All right, I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, Olaf.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Would you like to luck that? Or you want to roll in the luck? I have great news. One of the results on the fear table is heart attack.
It's like Savage Worlds.
Yeah.
I think I'll re-roll that.
Okay. You were plus 35. You got 55 chance.
Let's try that again.
Come on, Olaf. 98! Oh my god, it's getting worse. All right.
Scarier.
So this is, these are your ancestors here too, so perhaps it's,
that looks like my great uncle Olaf.
Yeah. Dad?
What's he doing down here?
All right. Do not roll a nat 100 on this. Would you give us a D100 roll, please, Olaf?
That ain't a curse.
Just kiboshed him.
20. There we go. You are so overcome with horror that your mind fails you for a few precious seconds. You drop to the ground unconscious for one round, and you have minus 10 to all actions afterwards for the rest of this encounter. So,
oh no.
Olaf, let's add some... Here we go. Add a turn.
He's fainted.
And I'll just use them all in one turn. No, we'll give the boss a separate turn. Here we go. All right. Why don't you each roll initiative? So 1d6 plus your initiative modifier, and go ahead and enter it in the area there.
No.
And I rolled an 8. I don't think I can possibly beat you guys. All right. So they are on an 8, and he is on a 10. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. You can add numbers for multiple things and then hit enter, and it'll update all of them. I didn't know you could do that. That's neat. Okay. So, Olaf, before combat began is when you kind of have your... what do we see as the big man slumps to the ground for a second?
Yeah, I think he just sort of almost looks like he's had like this dizzy spell, some sort of flashback or something, and he just sort of stumbles and just
so Nizran
crumples down next to Nizran.
So for this round, you'll be unconscious. Nizran, Olaf has just collapsed at your feet.
That's crazy.
Superstitious Nords.
On a lightweight.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Me, I would like
3 action points.
I would like to cast a fireball.
Yeah, absolutely.
In that direction.
Okay. So then, let's see.
Are they coming from just this direction? I just came from...
You heard from both, but you only saw in the one. Remember, you can move for free up to 11 squares.
Yeah. Oh, I might go out and take a peek.
Okay.
So I can see. Oh, okay. All right, maybe I'll listen.
It seems there is quite a few walking dead.
Okay.
And remember, you can move after your move as well, too, so like you can split it up as much as you like. You can cast a spell and then run back for cover.
Yeah.
If you choose...
I'll stay. I guess I'll go to here.
Okay.
And then I'll target this area.
Okay. So a fireball is a 2-meter AoE sphere. Mm-hmm. And you have it up to 3. It'll cost you 12 to do 1d8 plus 4 to everything within that range. Remember, it goes through armor. Magic, that's one of the advantages of spells. Or you can cast it restrained to be 7 to do 1d8. Or you can spend 3 to do 1d4.
Yeah, I'm going to do the big one.
Big one? I figured as much. All right. So then go ahead and give us a destruction roll.
Okay.
Nice. All right. And then let me check here. I think for AoE stuff, the guy with a shield, I think, can do something cool. Let me see here.
Get up. Oh, I'm like, get up, Olaf. Get up. Cast a fireball.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that'll wake him up. Even better than smelling salts. Okay. Where is it here? Area. I thought there was... Here, area affected. Okay, so the guy, Draugr with a shield, he's going to try and block to halve the damage.
Okay.
Yeah! Let's see if he succeeds. I failed. Holy shit. Okay. All right, so then that is 1d8 plus 4 damage.
All right. 6.
6 damage. So that cuts, unfortunately, right through their armor. That is 1 AP of 2 more.
Okay.
Do you do the damage individually? Did I read?
Oh, do you? Maybe. Go roll a second time. I mean, I can't...
I'm not 100% sure, but...
Could be. Why don't you roll again? Because you probably roll better than a 2. 1d8 plus 4. There you
10.
go. Nice. So then that second one, I should get another 4. Pretty awesome. All right, so Nizran, you hitting the one direction. You still have 2 more AP.
I can't. I'm going to cast that ward again.
The ward or the armor? Ward is the
armor.
Armor, yeah.
And then I'm going to save an AP for...
Sounds good. One thing I'll point out, as a red guard, once per long rest, you can just gain a stamina point back. Remember, you can spend stamina points to gain AP. So if you want to do more things in a round, you certainly can do that by chewing through your stamina points, which are your green bar.
Okay.
You get one of those back on a short rest, which is an hour, and then you get all of them back on a long rest. But go ahead and give us your alteration roll to cast armor.
Mm-hmm. Oh no!
Ooh, you want to luck that?
Yeah, I need to.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. So if you're doing full cost again, that'll be 4 points of armor for 1 minute.
All right, so it was -6, right?
-6, yeah. Okay, and you're saving your last. All right, so the next up is...
And I was saving mine for like a reaction.
Yeah. So they are going to...
You could move, though, if you wanted to.
What's that?
Could you move, though, if you wanted to, just to get a bit more defensive position? Or would that...
Well, I mean, you're on the ground, right? So.
Well, no, I just meant in the doorway, because there's only like...
Yeah, I could get... I move back to here if I can.
Yeah, definitely. Good call, because there is an archer further down the hall.
Yep.
Okay, so then I'm only going to give them 2
so
action...
These aren't really mindless, right? So they're...
No, they can be quite willful and quite dangerous. Yeah. They're just like all the worst part of the Nord survives. So it's their cunning, their combat ability, and their hatred, and propensity for violence, for that matter. Then it is okay. So I'll only give them 2. This one is going to move forward, and I'm assuming. So here's what I'm going to assume. I'm assuming you dropped your torch to the ground so that you had a free hand before you cast, and that means that you're because you would have taken -20 for the casting, having the torch in your hand.
Oh yeah,
and that allows you to have the rapier in your hand. Okay. The reason that's important is this thing's got a 1 meter range, so this one staggers forward. And it has a Nordic war axe, so it's a splitting thing. It steps forward, still embers and little bits of fire drifting off of its desiccated husk. Would you like to defend against this?
Yes.
So you could evade, parry, or counterattack.
I will attempt to parry.
To parry? So a parry is the same process as a counterattack, where if it's a contested roll, on a parry success, you mean that they don't, you don't take any damage. On a counterattack success, you get to actually injure them.
So they're the same thing, except one you injure.
Yeah, the only reason where you the parry is, I'm trying to think what there is an upside to the parry as opposed to the counterattack. It's just I really can't remember what it is. I'm sorry, my snow removal guys are here, so I'm sorry if you hear the sound of the blower outside. Then let's see here. I'm just gonna check. I thought there was something about the.
Well, parry, you could use a shield, I guess, couldn't you?
No, use block with a shield.
Oh.
Yeah. Parry, you need to use a weapon. Here's the thing. Here's the advantage to parry. With your parry, or counterattack. Your rapier, you get +1 success level to parry or counterattack.
Maybe it affects other weapons in different ways.
Yeah, I think there is something. I just don't remember offhand. I originally had thought that I'm going to add something in for parry to make it distinguish, and then in the course of play, I realized that there was. You know what it is because counterattack counts as one of your attacks. So that's the thing. You can parry if your combat style is better. That's why, is because parry doesn't count towards that. So
I have to parry then because I fired a fireball. Right?
No, but you got 2. Remember, you can do 2 attacks per round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess I will counterattack.
Hell yeah. Okay. So then go ahead and give us... Yeah, go your comment. I'll tell you what I rolled. I failed, actually.
Oh, I got it.
Nice. So you succeeded. Go ahead and roll your second one because it's a superior weapon.
7.
Nice, 7. All right. Now, this thing is... I swear, it sounds like they're just holding the fucking blower against my door. I love those guys because I hate having to do snow removal myself, but my goodness, that thing's loud. All right, so they have partial ancient Nord armor on, but because you have a rapier, you can treat that as unarmored, which means another +3 damage. And I failed, you succeeded, you got an advantage, so you can also do +2 damage. So that is a total of 12 points of damage.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So what does it look like as you take down this Trauger?
I probably get under its is it rapier slashing or piercing?
Slashing.
Doesn't matter. Slashing. So I probably it raises up its axe and I get under its arms and just lop off its arms and it crashes to the ground.
Yeah, and the integrity of it fails and it goes down. Now, I want to point out one more thing. Remember, secondary actions you can take on other characters' turns. You are out of action points right now, but you could spend a stamina point, and one of those extra secondary actions is dash. You can move equal to your movement again. So, let's say you wanted to try and get some distance between you and the enemies before they charge in. That's what you could do. Well, that would leave Olaf's prone and insensitive form.
Yeah.
All right, so that was that. I only have one more AP left, and I think this one's just coming forward to see what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's got a big shield up as well as a Nordic longsword. Mm-hmm. This one is going to stagger forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is going to get into range here, Nizran. Now, Nizran, you are out of action points, but I'm attacking you. Would you like to spend a stamina point to get another action point?
Yeah, I'll spend a stamina to try to evade.
So that's your green bar. So you could evade or you can parry. Parry uses your combat style. Evade uses the evade skill.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. I'll check that out.
The other option is you could use ward. Ward. The advantage to ward is you just need to succeed. It's not contested, but it would cost you
mana points. I'll parry this time.
Parry this time, okay?
Because I'm not trained in the game.
And remember, you get +1 to the success level, so you do get it because the rapier is really good at that. I fucking failed again, so go ahead. Yeah. This thing swings at you and misses, and I have one more, but I'm actually gonna do something dirty. Shocking, I know, guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something is trying to flank you here. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's going to be able to move in, but it will not be able to attack this round.
Oh, why did I should have 3.
You should have which?
No, I took off 3 stamina, not just 1.
Oh, yeah, just the one. And then the archer is going to try and move into a better position. Cannot see you yet. At least not without cover. I think he can see you, but you've got a substantial amount of cover right now. No, save it for next round. All right, that is the end. So, Olaf, top of the round, you get 3 action points. You're on the ground. How the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, I think he'll come round and just, he won't know where he's at, but he'll see the situation, quickly assess.
Okay.
Is an action point to stand up?
It is. You can spend an action point to arise and not take attacks of opportunity, or not at least leave yourself open. Being the canny Elder Scrolls role-playing game player that you are, though, I imagine you've detected that these things seem to have overstretched themselves, and they have no action points left, so they wouldn't be able to make an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, so I think he'd just rush to his feet anyway, seeing the situation.
Yes, you scramble to your feet. Your shield is ready already. I think you probably have to spend 1 action point to get pick up your sword again.
Right. Yep.
But then you have 2 action points remaining, and you can spend stamina points. What are you doing?
I think he'll just he'll lash out at the one behind or above us, I guess.
Okay.
Just so we don't get surrounded.
Absolutely. That one has run out of action points, so I can't defend.
Okay, so we should make an attack.
And you're at -10 because of this nerves, but that's still a fucking hit. Roll a second time for superior.
Oh, nice.
Nice. And because you rolled, because I couldn't defend, you got an advantage. You could treat his armor as not partial, but
armor.
none, which means you can do +5 damage to that. So that is 13 points of damage. 13 minus his armor rating. 13, so that's -10. So that first hit is a huge hit. Send this thing back a bit. You have 1 more AP.
I think I'll try and finish him off.
Go right ahead.
So that we haven't got that threat behind us.
So that'd be 66, but I think is that better than your strength? 66?
No, my strength is 54, yeah.
Okay, would you like to luck that?
Yeah, I will do, I think.
Okay.
I'd like to try and get rid of him.
Nice. Roll a second time for superior. So it's 6. That is 11 points of damage. So look at this.
Oh,
yeah. Now, that is it for. So you're out of action points right now, but you could, and you can spend stamina points at any point. You can interrupt, so you don't need to
in their turn.
Yeah, you don't need to pre-spend to bank them. So then it is Nizran's turn. Nizran, what are you doing? 3 action points back.
Right. So I got 3 action points. I think I will. So I got the ward. This one's in range. Yeah, this one's in range of me.
Yeah. So the fire bite has a range of 1 meter.
Oh no, but this one's in range of my rapier.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I'll fight that. I'll attack that one.
Okay. That one did save an AP, so I'm going to try and block. I succeeded with a 1 success. Oh, it's block. It's so. But let's see how this plays out.
Oh, I got a 1 success. Also.
Yeah. So you hit. You rolled, but because he succeeded in the block, it means that he gets to apply his shield break rating to suck the damage. So go ahead and roll damage a second time because it's superior.
Yeah, 7.
Oh, that's so close. All right, so you hammer the shield, but the shield takes the brunt of the force. That was 1 attack. You have 2 more AP.
I can't attack him again, can I?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do twice per round.
Okay. Yeah, I'll attack him again because maybe I got...
Yep, you've seen defense, he's been staggered. His shield is open. He doesn't have an AP left.
Yep. Okay.
Some adversaries have stamina points as well. These guys don't.
Yeah.
So is 50 against your agility. I thought
it says 51 is my attack. On the character sheet, it says 51.
Right. So when you're the Roll20 sheets are a little fucked up. Remember, whenever you're rolling there, just compare that. That already incorporates your training because you rolled a 60 that time.
Oh, okay.
But it's giving you the -10. But you could spend a luck to re-roll that.
Yeah, spend a luck.
Okay. Come on.
Since he's open.
Dang. Okay.
All right.
So you have 1 more AP. You could cast a spell.
I'm gonna save
it for defenses. You got it.
Yeah.
All right. So first, the shield guy. So he gets that shield up, and Nizran, he is going to try and hit you.
Okay.
So would you like to? You could parry, or you could evade, or you could ward.
I think I'll try the ward thing.
Try the ward, sure.
That's a block, right?
Yeah, so
it's equivalent block.
Equivalent block, exactly. So a good alteration roll. I did hit, but you succeeded, and your ward. So if you're spending 3 mana points, then you have a block rating of 10.
Wow.
Yeah. So let me roll damage for this. Even spending spending his power attack thing, it still is not enough. What does your ward look like?
This is gonna be like ice, I guess. It's like It's like a thing of ice. Comes up,
so it hits and there's frost that flies up around you. So that has been deflected. It is going to...
How long does the ward last? Is it instant? Or
it's an instant thing. It's like a quick spell to like interrupt. Exactly. But you can... so he is going to attack again for a second attack. On Eunice run, do you want to spend...
I'll spend a...
Stamina?
Stamina. Can I counterattack him?
No, because you've already attacked twice this round.
Okay, so I'll spend a stamina
to get your extra action point, okay?
Yeah, to get extra action point.
And what are you doing? Blocking? Are you parrying?
I'll parry this time.
Okay. I succeeded with 4.
Ouch. Yeah, it's a 98. It's a fail.
You want to luck that?
I got one more luck. Might as well.
Yeah, heck yeah. Nice.
That's a 1, though.
That's a 1, though. Okay, so because of the parry, so this is where the block is helpful.
I get +1 to parry, so it's actually a 2.
Yeah. Okay, so 2. So unfortunately, he doesn't get through, but he does hit. You do have 6 armor right now, though.
Yep.
And because you succeeded as well, he doesn't get advantage. So that is 7 points of damage. 11 points of damage. So, Nizran, you take 5 points of damage to your red bar.
Okay.
He manages to break through your defenses, and then as his final one, he is keeping that shield up, ready to defend.
Okay.
And the others, so Olav, you've got one behind you that you've been battering at. It is going to all-out attack on you to get +20 to its skill. Would you like to defend?
I'm going to use a stamina, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. I rolled 4 degrees of success.
So should I just use the weapon roll?
Yeah. That's just your combat style is what you use for it. So whatever.
Yeah.
That is. I rolled 4, but you got a 5. Nice. So the but hold on. It's not a contested because you're blocking. Your block rating is a 10. Let me roll damage. Nope. That first big hit with that axe hits your shield and you batter it aside. He's going to save the last one to make it a contested to defend himself. And then the other one on the other side of you, Olav, is going to attack you. Do you want to defend against that too?
You can only spend 1 stamina a turn though, can't you?
No, you can spend as many stamina as you like, I think.
Oh, can you?
Let me take a look.
Character may spend.
If you're looking at the cheat sheet, that is actually has some errors on it.
Oh, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, because because it's the 3rd edition of this thing. That thing has
do more than 1 effect per round. So I didn't know if that.
Well, let me take a look here. Stamina is right at the beginning of the rulebook here. I've been playing that you can spend as many as you like. If you choose to exhaust yourself, then I'm not worried. Oh yeah, you can't do more than 1 effect per round. You can either modify an action on the turn or a reaction. Cannot use both luck and stamina. So yeah, I guess you can't.
Can't keep doing it.
Can't get your heroic action. Okay, so let's see. I succeeded with my power attack. So your armor is a 4, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so then you. We'll take that's 11 points of damage minus 4 is 7 points of damage you take.
7, okay.
From that one, and then now that you're up, I'm going to aim with my archer. So you guys know that the what's good for the goose is good for the gander. My 99 means that ancient longbow. The string just broke on it, so he's not able. He's got to restring the bow before he can attack, and that is what he'll spend the rest of his round doing. Olav, you're up again. You have 3 action points. What are you doing?
Right.
Where was the archer coming from, by the way?
The archer is off in the darkness over here.
Okay.
All right. Well, I definitely want to try and finish this one off behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's my first go. So I shall make an attack against him.
That is a... Oh, he has 1... Let me make my defense. I failed my defense.
I've
so
got -10 to that. So
no, I made my I made my defense, but it was a 5, and you rolled much better than that.
okay.
Yeah.
So I just roll for the damage again.
And
It's not great, but it's a
3. But that's you don't need much. What's it look like as you take this one down?
I think if we just bashing the shield and the sword combined and just crushing the skull against the side of the tunnel.
Awesome. You have 2 more action points.
I think I'll make an attack against this one to try and sort of combine on this one a bit, help Nizran.
And you know that Nizran has knocked it off balance too. It doesn't have any action points.
Oh, that's good.
And then I'll save the last point. But
Okay.
I'll make an attack against that.
Well, I'll point out as well, you have you could do a all-out attack. It does take 2 of your action points, but
it still counts as
gives you
one
plus
attack
20.
though, doesn't it?
Yeah. It counts as only 1 attack, and it gives you plus 20 to hit. Or yeah.
Is that a stamina point, or is that just a...
No, just as long as you got it,
Action.
takes
Just
you
an
2 action points to do it.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So you'd have to use stamina for defense or something.
Oh no, hold on, ignore me. I'm lying. I'm completely. Oh, it does. Yeah, all-out attack is 1 extra AP. So, but it's a normal attack with plus 20 to your skill.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So then, I'm not rolling for defense. So that is a solid hit, because with plus 20, that's still a 46 is still less than your strength, right?
Let me check. Yeah, 54.
Yep. You can't roll better damage than that, and it couldn't defend, so you can also treat its partial armor as unarmored, which means that is 13 points of damage, and its DR is 3, so that is, look at this, that's your first hit. Now I'll point out as well, you can choose to spend stamina points to add 2 points of damage for every stamina point spent.
But then I would have spent my stamina for this round, wouldn't I?
Yeah. You're getting yourself pretty close to exhausted. And just
Yeah,
remember your Red Guard ability too.
Yeah, hold that one back.
Okay.
What's my Red Guard ability?
You can, once per long rest, just regain 1 stamina point.
Oh, great. Okay.
Okay. So you hit this thing, Olav, and then you've got yourself in the defense once again. You know, someone in the darkness is firing an arrow or firing bows at you. You guys could move too. No one's going to attract attacks of opportunity from reaches.
No, I think I'm good from where I am. I'll move if I can down this one. I'll move.
Okay. Then Olaf,
are
you saving that last AP?
Yeah, I'm saving my last one to defend.
Nizran, you got 3 AP. What would you like to do?
Attack. Try to finish this guy off down here.
Go ahead. He has no action points to block. 47 to your agility. Misses by 6.
Oh, really? I guess I don't know how to read this. But okay.
So what you're doing is when you're comparing that to your stat. You're not modifying anything. Whatever you roll, compare that to your stat. So, and in your case, your combat ability uses either agility or strength, whichever makes sense for your character.
Yeah.
Then what you're doing, if it's contested, then we look at the actual number you rolled, the 57.
Okay.
Okay. So, like, it is not how I would have chosen to set up the character sheet. It's weird, but it's what we've got. So,
I guess I should have declared all-out attack then.
Was that what your intent was, though?
I mean, just to finish this guy. No, it wasn't, but I should have declared all-out attack.
Okay.
I'll have to use a luck to.
But you could use a second, or you can make a second attack.
Yeah, I'll just make a second attack.
Okay, so go ahead with your second.
If I fail this one, then
you could luck.
There you go.
But there you go. Success. Go ahead and roll a second time. Let's see what your superior is.
Same damage.
Say damage, and that is sufficient to send this thing down. All right, and this is an intentional. That is my only shield armored guy.
And I can still move, right?
You still have 1 AP, so you could cast a spell, not an attack one, and you can move. Yeah.
Well, if I move, this guy can get attack of opportunity, right? How does that work?
Yes, you are in range of there. You could spend an AP to disengage, though, which means that you don't take an attack of opportunity.
I can't do an attack spell, unfortunately.
Can't do an attack spell. You could do. Let's see here. What other? I think armor is only on.
That's
you.
fine. I'll save one for defense, just in case.
Sounds good. Yeah, that's it's one of the things that it's a carryover from our time with Flames of Freedom and Zweihander and Blackbirds. Like AP, it feels like it's not like PF2 where you want to use all your actions in your turn. Keeping some in reserve is never a bad thing. And remember, you can also use your secondary actions, right? Any of those you can use in other people's turn, like the dash, like the attack of opportunity. All right, so then this.
What about using? How does using a potion work?
Potion is I think that is a secondary action. So you could do that on readying a weapon is a secondary action. So you could do that on your turn, or you could do it on someone else's turn. And I don't think that I think a potion might take 2 though, because it takes 1 to get out and 1 to consume.
Okay.
I mean, you could spend a stamina point and just get the last 2.
No, I guess I'm okay now. Just Olaf looks like he's getting beaten up.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'll save one.
Save one. You got it. Okay. So then this one is. Let's do the archer first. So you know he's out there now, Olaf. Do you want to try? You can either evade or you can try and block with a shield range attacks. Olaf, would you like to evade or block?
Yeah, I think block is with his shield is probably better.
Okay. So go ahead and give, because as long as you succeed, I did hit, but go ahead and roll your 59 against your
54, my strength.
54. Yeah, so you're good. You're good. So then, let me roll damage for the arrow. Not a lot. Okay. And, I gotta use a great axe against you guys because it's a shield splitter and counts your block rating as half. But this one, it hits into your shield, Olaf. And then he will spend a round to reload. And fire another time. Olaf, do you want to spend a stamina to try and block this, or take the hit?
This is the archer, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the hit, I think.
Take the hit, okay.
I'm more worried about the big axe guy.
So I did manage to hit, but it is only 3 points of damage, so it hits your armor and does not pierce.
Okay.
Then the big guy is going to bring that Nordic axe up and down again. Olaf, would you like to spend a stamina point to defend?
I will.
Okay.
Can Nizran use as a ward? Can I help Olaf using a ward spell?
No, you can't. Normally, you can't defend on behalf of others, but it's a good point. Olaf actually has a talent that allows him to defend on adjacent allies' behalf.
All right.
So, and I think there is one that allows you to protect someone else. Just your. Yeah, this one you can't use. So then I did succeed, Olaf. Go ahead and make your block roll.
Okay.
That's success. Okay, so then damage. I rolled no, I didn't. I rolled 10. 10 on the nose. I thought it was 11. Hits your shield. Like these things, they may be long dead, but they are very tough. And but it does not get through. That was one attack. I'll use one more attack on you, Olaf. And that is a success. Olaf, you take 5. A power attack again. That is 9 damage minus your armor is 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then, Olaf, it is your turn once again. You have 3 action points. What would you like to do?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a all-out attack on him.
Okay.
One
thing I will say, one thing I'm fucking up is that you guys actually have, we're going through the pass. Olaf is out of action points. I'm saving 1 action point. Nizran has 1 save still. So Nizran, on the second pass this turn, do you want to take any action, or you just want to keep it?
Yeah, I'm going to cast armor on Olaf.
I don't think, let me double check.
If it stacks.
I think that some of these only target you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's separate spells that target allies. Caster. No, it says self or allies. Let me double check that there isn't. Yeah, so go ahead and give us an alteration roll, please.
Okay.
It does say caster.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
Let's see here.
Yep.
So if you're spending the full
I'll spend the full
cost, so that you're going to get an extra 5 AR, Olaf.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm running low on mana.
Yeah, those rejuvenation potions are going to come in. All right. So then that is for this thing's last action. It is going to. What's it going to do? I think I'll use one of the secondary actions, and it's going to try and disarm you, Olaf. Now, one of the things with the secondary actions, you can always resist it for free. So this is a combat test versus combat test.
Okay.
I critically failed mine, so just don't critically fail yours. Nice. No. So this thing tries to hack its like loop its axe in to get you. Olaf, you hook it with your sword, and then and the sword goes skittering behind you. Give us a 1d3 roll. So that axe lands 2 meters behind you. So it'll be right there. Now, that is the end of the round. Now we're at the start of the round. Now, Olaf, you get 3 action points. What would you like to do?
Yeah, with this shimmering frost sort of arm around me, he's going to take the opportunity to sort of go all out and try and take this thing down. So he's going to do an all-out attack on it.
Go right ahead.
The armor's fire.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. But he recognizes it. From,
yeah, so you get plus 20. So that is a hit. Go ahead and roll your second one for superior. So it's 7 plus 5. He wasn't able to defend. It's 12. So here we go. And it may be obvious what I'm. Oh no, hold on, that's too much. That's too much. He has armor. What I'm doing? I'm assuming you're going for the piercing armor, so stage their armor down from partial to whatnot. So
because I get 5, don't I? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because the 5 is better than the 2 you'd get from the luck bonus. So that's 1. Yeah. It was an all out. That was 2 AP. You have 1 AP left.
Yeah, I think I'll just make a second attack, but just a normal one this time.
Go right ahead. Yeah, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage second time. Come on, big money. Now, that is 7 points of damage. All right. Anything else in your first pass? Oh, you're out of AP, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Nizran.
If I step out, it's going to attack me, right? This thing.
Yep. Unless you spend an AP to disengage.
You know, I could do. I'm going to try to do that. Go to spend an AP to disengage.
Okay. So you can move. I think it's up to your move.
Oh. I'll move to here.
And there's that goddamn archer.
Yeah, I'll move to here because I can still see the archer.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna. I can actually attack with my sword from here.
You can attack with your rapier, or you could cast a spell.
Cast a spell, I think. I'm gonna.
It has a bow in its hand, which means you're not going to take attacks of opportunity to move in. So, if say you wanted
I'm already in range.
You're in range for your rapier, but not for firebite.
Oh.
The upside to firebite goes right through their armor. They don't get the damage reduction from their armor against your spells.
I have firebolt too, though.
Yeah, and firebolt you could have fired. You could have kept at a range.
Well, I want to.
What are you thinking?
I think I'll move up to him.
Okay.
And use fire bite.
Nice. Okay. So go ahead and give us a destruction roll.
Okay.
And then.
Oh yeah, I made it.
Excellent. So your choice is.
Oh, I should have declared my choices.
No, that's okay. It doesn't affect your roll whatsoever. So it's 7 points. I guess it does. If you fail, then you would get it. But so for 7 points, 1d8 plus 4.
Yeah, I'll do, since it doesn't, I'm going to go ahead and use it. Yeah,
okay.
Because this guy's.
Yep. Go ahead, 1d8 plus 4.
Okay.
9 points of damage. Nice.
No armor. Yeah. That's good.
And you have 1. Oh, it's so close to a crit. If you'd rolled a crit, it would be burning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you have.
What is a crit?
2 more AP crit. So rules as written is the only rule I don't use. You have a number of lucky points equal to your luck score, and you just pick them at random from any numbers. On the sheet we use, that actually would work out okay, but it just seemed like such a pain in the ass to track.
Instead, I use stamina to add that extra damage to do that?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So
how much stamina do you want to put in?
I just need like 2 points, right, or something to get 11. So I'm looking for 11 or what?
Every extra point you put in gives you +2.
All right. So how short am I? I know I'm metagaming, but how short am I?
For what? To get
the crit?
So there's a difference between a crit and the wound threshold. So the wound, but no, that's a good point, because if you want to hit, there is also a wound threshold. You need to spend 1 stamina to hit the wound threshold.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I spend 2, it becomes a crit? Or is that,
now let me see if you hit the wound. Maybe that's actually what I'm going to double check under. Because
I can get my stamina back. Do I pass out if I go to 0 stamina?
Sorry, if you. No. You just have no. You're just like fighting exhausted and don't have any other resources.
Yeah, but I can give my stamina back.
You can also start taking levels of fatigue when you take stamina to give, but that's like -10 to all your actions. Now hold on, the wound. It's not the critical. It's when there is a wound. So you're right. If you spend 1 stamina, that'll give +2 damage, and he'll be on fire.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sounds fun.
All right, so he is burning currently, and which means we just got to take an agility test to try and do that. I failed, so he's got burning 1. He's taking 1 point of damage that armor won't protect against. You still have 2 more AP as well in his run. You could cast.
I spend an AP to move. Spend an AP.
You have 1 more AP
cast. Then. Maybe I can. Well, I can't attack him from here.
Fuck yeah, you could do another fire bite.
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was an attacking. Oh, I haven't attacked twice. That's right.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, you could attack second time.
Yeah, I'll try to burn him.
Are you doing the full cost one again?
No, I'll do the middle one.
Okay, so then it'll cost you 2, and it'll do 1d8 damage.
Yep. Okay.
So go ahead, cast destruction. I think what's your will?
No.
Yeah, that's less than your willpower. Willpower is 46.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so success. Go ahead. 1d8 damage.
Yep.
Come on, big money.
Oh well.
Okay, you need to craft your spells as superior.
Just kidding. No.
All right, so Nizran is in there, and you can see flashes of fire as this stuff is hitting. Okay. I want to check disengage just quickly, the phrasing of it, because I don't know if it lasts. If it lasts until the end of your turn,
I still got a stamina though. Now to get. It's a secondary action to use that ability to get my stamina
so
back.
So disengage. If you move out of an enemy's engagement range during this turn, then the attack of opportunity reaction or other delayed reactions may not be taken against them. It's not triggered to the movement you use for the rest of your turn. I can't use attacks of opportunity. So you ran in and hit this thing twice. If you want to step back so you're in effective range of your rapier, you could do that.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to counter his use of the bow.
Oh, right.
From up in his face.
But if he draws a dagger or something like that, he could attack you, or just clubs you with his undead flashing claws.
Okay, I'll move back then.
Okay.
That's cool.
Because you can do it for free anyway. I wanted to see how long that lasts. So you've hit this thing and then dance back. Incredible round. Then the undead.
And it's on fire still.
And it's on fire. So yeah, it's burning. So it takes 1 point of burning damage.
Mm-hmm.
It is ignoring that. And it is... Let's start with that then. While it's still ablaze, it draws another arrow and is going to try and hit you. Nizran, you have... Do you have any AP left? I don't think so.
No, I can use stamina, though.
You can use stamina, and you can use your Redguard ability at any time to gain 1 stamina back.
Oh, at any time? Yeah, so, I'll use that, but then I'll use my Redguard ability.
Use it right away. You got it. So you don't have a... Oh, you could ward. You can either ward this, or you can...
Evade is agility?
Yeah.
Oh, I learned I don't have evade training, so I will ward it.
Okay, so ward will cost you 3 for an 11-point barrier, or it'll be free for a 6-point barrier.
I'll do the 6-point.
6-point, you got it. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and give us an alteration roll. I did hit with my shot.
Oh, I need to luck that.
Luck that, you got it.
Nope.
Okay, nope. So unfortunately it gets through, but your armor is still
have armor,
yeah. And, that is 7, so you'll take 1 point of damage, Nizran.
Okay.
From that, and then he is going to... what's he going to do for the last one? Actually, you know what he's going to do? Because he's a absolute pain in the ass, and this is really me attempting to give you guys the full Skyrim experience. I'm spending an AP to disengage, so he can get at range again once again and keep firing from range, because fuck those bow Draugr. And then the one facing you, Olav, have you any AP left?
No, I think I'll spend 1 stamina.
1 stamina, all right. So he, seeing you are overtaxed, I think is going to... Wait, he's got no weapon.
Yeah, his weapon, went flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you made 2 attacks this round, Olav?
Yeah.
Shit, so that means you can't take the attack of opportunity as he moves in on you. So he is going to come in, and I'll use a special action. Let's see if I can tackle you. I'm going to grapple you.
Do I get to contest that for free then?
This is a opposed thing. Yeah, you can contest it for free. You can use combat style as long as you have unarmed as a 1, and I think the Nord combat style has that. Athletics or evade, whatever is best. I succeeded with 2 degrees of success.
Athletics or evade. I'll do the evade.
That is a success, and how much...
What was he rolling?
Is evade all? Isn't your combat style better than your evade?
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah, do you want to use that instead? So 16, what's your degrees of success? 4. Excellent. So it gets in on you, and you're able to shake this thing off. That was its special action. We're going special action crazy here. I'm going to try and trip you. So this will once again be combat style. I succeeded with 1.
Okay. Let's try and counter that.
And you succeeded with 0. So it... you have not been knocked prone.
Okay.
And... with you being knocked prone, it is going to step over you, finish its move over here, and collect its axe once again.
Okay.
Olav, your turn. You're prone. What are you doing? Oh, hold on. You have no AP left?
No.
Nizran has no AP left, so we're done the turn. Everyone has spent all their action points. Top of the round, Olav, you have 3 action points. What would you like to do?
And he spent all his action points, and so I can get up for sort of no
Yeah, you scramble up, and you didn't drop anything, so you don't have to ready any weapons.
Yeah. So I should just turn around and take a swing at him.
Okay.
All out attack, I think.
Yeah, and I got nothing I can do. So plus 20 for your all-out attack. That is 50. Hold on, what's your strength?
54.
55, so 75. That's a success. Go ahead and roll a second time for superior. 7, nice. That's he didn't defend, so you got free advantage. What does it look like as you take this one down?
Yeah, I think he's just going for his weapon, and I catch him unawares.
Yeah.
Just wipe the leg from under him and he just crashes in the bones.
Awesome. You still have your move, and you still have 1 AP.
Yeah, so I'm going to move 1, 2... Where's he gone? I can't see. Oh, there he is. 5, 6.
So if you were thinking to defend, like Nizran seems pretty exhausted from his spells, if, say, you were hoping to save 1 AP to use your talent, that would allow you to use block against that archer for Nizran, if you're within 1 meter of him.
Well, I've got 1 action. Well, I've still got 1 attack for the round, so I could try and finish him off.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You only need 1. Okay.
So I'm going to charge forward and...
Love it.
Try and finish him off.
And I have no AP left. It's putting its arm back, trying to grab another arrow. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll for superior. Okay, so that's 3, 8, and oh, look at this. You could spend stamina. Do you want to spend 1 point of stamina to do +2 damage?
It's +2 in it, yeah. Yeah, I will do, yeah.
All right. And you stagger forward. All right. With the last one down, that seems to have dealt with the immediate threat. Olav is a little banged up. Now, are either of you trained in survival?
No, I'm untrained.
I don't think so, and neither of you have that. So, the reason I ask is...
I'm untrained.
So you could try... using survival to do first aid. And let me tell you what that consists of.
Neither of us are trained.
I mean, you don't have to be trained. It just means you're at -10 to your check for it. Yeah. Everyone has some level of understanding as an adult of like, okay, here's where I'm going to try and prevent the injury.
Can you make it worse is the question.
Yeah.
Because there's always the danger of that.
Oh, it does take an hour to do this, though.
Oh, no.
I mean, I have potions.
Yeah, you guys have potions, too.
Yeah, I have a couple potions. Well, I'm going to use one for me and one for mana, so...
Okay. So go ahead. I think
8.
it's... Yeah, 8.
Yeah, 8 and 8. Yeah.
Correct. So Nizran gets 8. And then, Olav, do you want to spend a quaff a healing potion?
Have I got one?
You got 2. Oh, I think I forgot to put it on your character sheet, maybe? Oh. No, you got 2 potions of vigorous healing. Each heals 8 hit points.
Only to your max, right? You don't get extra.
Only to your max, yeah, you can't go over.
Yeah, I'll just take 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I use one of mine to get me to full, and then I use a mana.
Okay.
I have 1 more mana pot left.
Now, there are 5 downed Draugr as well.
Yeah. We start searching the bodies, I guess.
That sounds good. Also, you can harvest a Draugr's tongue as a common destruction ingredient.
Oh, does that give you like a bonus to cast?
No, it's just it can be used for augmenting spells, like if you process it properly. Mm-hmm. The crafting rules in this, like you can completely ignore them and just buy stuff from vendors, or you can really go hog wild. The crafting rules in this are really fucking cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting tongues.
Okay, so then you don't have to make a roll for that one. You have 5 Draugr tongues.
I'm gonna put that in the loot.
Okay, and then why don't we do this? So Nizran is collecting tongues, so why don't you give us a 2d8 roll, and Olav give us a 3d8 roll. Somebody roll an 8 too, because there's something cool that happens with that.
No.
Okay. There you go. Nice. All right, so draw, let's hear for Olav. You find, would you give us 4d10, please?
4d10.
23 drakes worth of cracked gems. So some pretty beaten up stuff. Then give us a d20 roll.
D20.
That is 12 drakes worth of dirty coins. And your final one, 2d12, please. And 19 drakes worth of tarnished gold.
Okay, so that was 12 dirty coins.
12 drakes of dirty coins, and 19 drakes of tarnished gold.
Okay.
And then for Nizran, give us a d20 roll, please.
9.
That is 9 drakes worth of dirty coins. And then I need to get another table for this last one.
Yep.
Would you give us a d100 roll, please, Nizran?
1.
1. Hold on here. Okay. So that'll be I need to go to this here. All right. So one of these axes there is an axe that does seem to be enchanted. It is a superior axe, superior crafting. It is steel, and it has been enchanted to let's say it is enchanted to absorb life. So when you hit someone with it, you regain up to 4 hit points back, capped at the damage that you deal for the hit. After mitigation. So if you did 3 points of damage, you can only recover 3. This is effectively like a vampiric axe. So Nizran can tell you that. That's the other thing you found, Nizran. That was the 8.
Oh, nice. Oh, I tell I don't use axes, but Olav might.
One thing that's neat in the game too is your combat style can be expanded. You can spend experience points to add another thing. So if your character trains in, like, whatever your existing combat style is, you can add stuff onto it.
It's like a big axe, though, right? It's a big axe.
It is a big axe. Like it's a war axe. So it's not definitely not something that Nizran uses, but it is part of axes are. Oh, actually, hold on. What? I think it's battle axes, not war axes, though. This is a difference. All it means is you're at minus 10 to use stuff outside of your combat style. Yeah, battle axe is part of your combat style, but you could spend XP to add a war axe if you wanted. If you wanted to use this corrupted thing.
There's a war axe, you said?
Yeah, it's a war axe. War axe does 1d8 damage. It's one-handed, 2 meter. It's very similar to a battle axe, to be honest. The only thing is the battle axe is a little bit larger, so it can be used two-handed or one-handed. Two-handed does 1d10 damage. One-handed does 1d8 damage.
Oh, the war axe does?
No, that's the battle axe. Battle axe is the more versatile one. Battle axe is the bastard sword of axes in this game. Okay. The war axe is just a one-handed thing. So 1d8 damage, and it absorbs. It is steel. It's superior, so it has the same thing. You roll damage twice. And it's steel, which means +1 damage as well. So it's 1d8 plus 1.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so again, we have about 13 minutes left. Would you like to explore a little further in Ye Olde Dungeon, guys?
If we're doing like, I guess you don't care if we don't have to go back to like base or anything, right?
Nah, like these are honestly like we've had both these characters have been played by other people too. This was really just an excuse to kick the tires on it, to introduce you guys to the game, see what you think of it. And if you wish to look in, I mean, we can wrap the session and just chat about the game as well. What do you guys, your preference?
Well, did one of those creatures come like around the back, I guess?
It moved. It somehow moved around the back. You want to move over there and explore a little further?
To see where it came from.
Yeah.
And then, so we go back here as a dead end. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything down here? Just for posterity.
Doesn't appear to be anything there, although, wait, what's that? Oh, what is over there?
There's a passage over here.
And look to the north.
To the north.
What is
there's a chest.
There's a chest.
All right.
I have placed chests all throughout this dungeon.
That's funny.
So,
that's funny.
I think it's a fun way. Instead of having to roll for stuff, it adds the same bit of fun you get from the game.
All right. I guess I can try to open it again.
Yeah. You want to give us an open?
Yeah.
So it'd be alteration.
Alteration. Well, nope.
Okay. There's no penalty for failure. It just costs you stamina or mana if you have it, but that one you can cast for free.
Oh yeah. So
it's just you're risking a critical fail as if you.
Yeah, I fail it. So.
No penalty for that.
Still tired. Still tired from the battle. Oh, I apologize. Apologies. Still tired.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead.
Finally, I think.
Yeah, because your willpower is 56, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so it unlocks, and let's see what's inside. Give us a 1d100 roll, please.
Go ahead, Darren.
Okay. 62.
Ooh, so first, would you give us a 3d10 plus 2 roll?
3d10 plus 2.
So that is 21 drakes of coins, and give us another d100 roll, please. 60. There is also an amethyst in there worth 50 drakes. 50. So, what would our heroes do now?
There's a passage.
Passages going off in every direction here.
There's a passage this way, but I would like to see, go around the back and... Because that one dogger... Yeah, so mark that there's a passage that way.
Okay.
This ugly yellow marker. My yellow chalk. And then...
Go ahead and move yourselves back.
I'll move that. Oh, my thing is, by this time, my thing is gone. That really helped.
There we go. Each of you has torches too, so Olav, if you wish to have your own light, I'm assuming you're sword and boarding it right now, but if you wanted to swap out for a torch, you certainly could do that.
Yeah. Okay. And we think he came this way, right? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, he came through.
Yeah.
Yeah, this way. but just seem like these old workers foot lockers around, so maybe we can find another one just to check.
And that's interesting. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Massive collapsed structure there.
Yeah.
Oh, but the passage carries on up ahead.
Did it dead end this way? I didn't see, Darren.
Well, no, we didn't go that way.
Yeah, it carries on in that direction.
We were sticking to
They told you the
keep going
door
straight.
is to go straight ahead?
Yeah, let's keep going straight.
Okay. More of this natural passage that has been reworked. Ooh, and it's bending. Wait, what's that up ahead?
Oh, the door.
And there is that ancient Nord door. Sealed by a lock. And seemingly... Oh, this is precisely what your patron hires you for.
Okay.
So, that is where we will end our session then.
Okay.
So, before we get to the outro, what did you guys think of the game?
That was fun. I enjoyed it. I mean, it has like a lot of moving parts, but I think if you play enough,
When I feel, having played another relatively complex game in the form of Wrath and Glory recently, what I found was with this, you guys, like, obviously there's other things in the game and whatnot, but the players seem to understand all the things they can do by the time we get to the mid-session break. You understand the mechanics, understand the meta currency. There's a lot of interesting decisions that you can make in it, but it doesn't feel as complex as what some other games that I've tried to introduce folks to. What do you think, Darren?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It had some good decision making. I think the only thing I would say, and this is nothing to do with the game really, but the Roll20, obviously this is a fan-made character sheet or someone has made it. It's screaming out that character sheet needs, if that worked properly, it would make the whole experience so much better, and it would be sort of quicker, and you wouldn't be, oh, hang on, is that and trying to calculate things and work things out. If you could just pick which attribute went with which skill and just success,
and if it didn't roll it the way,
and it was simple. Yeah,
the way that it's rolling it too is it's like, I get what I think I understand what their thought process was, because it makes it easy. Roll, look at your stats, see if you succeed. But because so much is relating to degrees of success, you're always going to have to hover over it to figure out what your degree of success is. So it seems like
if it did it like Warhammer, for instance, and it went, oh, that's the stat. Look at that. Oh yeah, 3 successes or success or whatever. So, but I mean, that's not a criticism on the game, obviously, because that's nothing to do with the game. Yeah. But that would have just made it that little bit easier to get into. Absolutely. And sort of understand what was going on with the rolls and things. Because a few times I thought, have I succeeded there? And it wasn't super intuitive how to work it out every time. But
you guys faced to give you context for the difficulty of it too. The skeevers were about what I had thrown at another party too. You guys faced more Draugr than anyone else so far.
Wow. Yeah. They were a challenge. By the end, you could tell your resources were pretty much running out, and it's another one of those, I guess, like 5e and things like that, where you're running out of resources. You need to have that rest or whatever to recoup. And your skills.
Would things have been different if you had a support caster, someone to heal?
Well, it certainly helped me, but I mean, Nizram was just running out of magic points, really. That was obviously his resource. It's neat.
That's good. I mean, the any closing thoughts on? I've already mentioned before how much I really love this game. We also only decided to play this really like late last night, early this morning. So these both Carl and Darren are coming into this game with no experience whatsoever with it too. So I think it's
it'd be good to look through the rules a bit and know some of the skills and sort of, whatever they're called, talent skills, whatever they're called in this game.
Well, that's just it, and the spells too. Like the I like that in all the assumptions they have in the video game, they've given good in fiction reasons for it in the game. So it allows you to carry a lot of the stuff that, like buying spells and learning new spells and learning crafting and all this other shit. It's already part of the world. There are in-world reasons for that stuff to exist. So I've said this before, but I think it does the most successful job of translating ideas from a video game into a role-playing game of anything I've run since 4th edition. Like The Witcher has some ideas and some cognates in it, but I think they're pretty clunky in their execution. This feels much smarter in the way that it's thought of, like how things work in a video game, how things work in a tabletop role-playing game, and adapting those over. And just so happens that it transfers over pretty easily to go from the video game into this.
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to play the video game to get a good appreciation of that, but obviously, you know, you've played it, and so you can safely say that, and fans of the game will probably notice that and appreciate that. And,
Right.
But even setting aside, again, with the video games too, the video games are that's just a cool part of the game. The role-playing game carries that over. So even if you know nothing about that, you still get to do cool shit, and you still can craft cool stuff without ever having anything beyond that. So
I know, it's just you can appreciate that they've put a lot of thought into it to try and tie it up and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
Like little Easter eggs. It's like when my players were playing Fallout. Some have played the game, some have not. And those who played the game are like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah.
I can appreciate that.
Well, and the crafting, like making your own spells thing too, is not. It was a part of Morrowind, but it wasn't part of Oblivion or Skyrim. But it's very cool they've got that in here, because I think that there are some kind of players who will want to do that stuff, like want to make a sticky fireball or whatever the fuck they want to design, right? So cool. Then any closing thoughts before I launch into the outro?
No,
I didn't kill you.
No,
that's unfortunate.
No. It's cool. I do like games with weapon sort of qualities and things. I do like that.
Right.
I think that's quite an easy way to just adapt and tweak things, good or bad.
Yeah, and that's another thing I think.
Like games that use that.
Definitely borrowed from the video game. Like it's smart because it's got, like, there's lots of shit you can do with your gold. There's reasons you might want to go back and re-equip and get a better weapon or a better armor or a better shield or whatever the hell, you know. It's a neat, really, really clever idea that they've adapted quite easily. So if you were to run a Barrow Maze style, you know, dungeon crawl thing, there's all sorts of cool decisions you're making in universe with those materials, as well as leveling up your character, as well as the sort of the fiction of exploring and expanding a dungeon too. So yeah, I think there's an enormous amount of possibility for it. I should say, for those listening at home too, if I haven't mentioned, I did mention at the outset, I got a link down below to where you can get all these. These are free. These are fan-made products. There's 2 versions that you can get through that link. One is the RR version. One is the 3rd edition version. We are playing the 3rd, but both are quite good. Then, with that, I'll end. So I'll say, first off, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for our most recent expedition to a crypt in Skyrim using the Unofficial Elder Scrolls role-playing game. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There's also a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, where all of us are active. I have a channel there where I have, under the assorted games, I believe, I've shared all these characters. So if you want to see what these characters look like in their character sheet format, you can find that over there. Or we also have channels dedicated to most other things we run on the channel, and you can find, in addition to that, finding a group channels or GM discussion channels or otherwise just chatting. There's a great community that has built up over the years over there, and you are more than welcome to join us. There's also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have a great selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. And if they have something that is listed in their extensive catalog but not in stock, you can put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in. If you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code MuserWinter, all caps, all one word. It's in the description of the video, and you'll save yourself 10% on your purchase. If you are listening to this after April 15th, 2024, come back to one of our more recent videos and see what the discount code is now. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages, which is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really incredible organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. And you can learn all about them by following that link, and any donations made through that link go directly to them. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman, just goes to help out those kids. And as a small way of saying thank you, this year we've been running for the first half of the year charity sessions that have been selected by donors from last year, and we will be kicking off at about the midway point of the year. Well, the same thing we did last year, which is donors from this year will be voting on what games we'll be playing in the as charity sessions for the last half of the year. We have our next charity session this afternoon, in fact, kicking off a 2-part Dragon Age adventure, so I'm looking forward to that. The last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our stalwart adventurers venturing in to the coldest and northernmost province in Tamriel for the first time. So Carl and Darren, thank you so much for playing. As is probably evident, I absolutely fucking love this game. I was very happy to introduce you guys to this. Thank you very much for agreeing to join me back there this morning.
Cool.
Very much enjoyed.
Thank you.
We should be back with our Warhammer Fantasy 4th Edition game in 2 weeks' time, but until then, we hope that we gave you a couple of hours to take your mind off the troubles of our world and think of the troubles that our heroes have been hired to investigate. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.